Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Al-Shah, Bashem, Rakakodash, Shalom to the 144,000 rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, Mexicans Want the Small Hat President Out. So there's the video. And I was watching Dabu about 15, 20 minutes ago. He went into it. I may even go back to that and play it. Mexico is done. And this is over. Matter of fact, let me do this. I'm gonna okay, let me hit the captions if they come up. Let me see. Okay, let's go right here, because the cartels have a tremendous grip on Mexico, the drug lords and the politicians and the people that get elected. Okay, so this is the president of Mexico. She happens to be a small hat, openly a small hat. I don't know how that works. That's like a Jamaican guy being the president of or the premier of China. It says returning to the war against the narco. The narco is not an option. Let me turn this off. The framework of the law. All these of the right wing that fill their. So these are called authoritarian, because they are authoritarian and going toward fascism. You really gotta. Let me do this. I don't want to play it because you know how YouTube get down. Effective. We must protect the cartels from fascism. We must protect the cartels from fascism. So she's saying, protect the cartels, the drug lords and so forth. Now this started with this guy. He became a mayor. Give me a second. You gotta watch the video. The perspective of the cartels as all of this started when a Mexican mayor took on the cartels to be assassinated days later. So the U.S. enters Trump. This is what he says. He wants to go to war with everybody. Okay, began planning going into Mexico with the military stating. So he wants to send troops. He's got troops and ships down there in Venezuela, off of Venezuela, the islands in that vicinity. And Mexico's not that far, so he wants to have troops down there. It's kind of invasion on most of, not most, but more than one Latin American country. Let me see. The military stated the cartels run the government. So he's suggesting that she's, she's getting paid off by them. Because she's saying we must protect the cartels from fascism. The military stating. So the government, the people, not all of them, but most of them, they're against her being the president. Their government, because the cartels have a tremendous grip on Mexico, and the politicians, which he believes is the small hat lady, and the people that get elected. So this is small hat. She openly small hat. How does that work? You a small hat being the president of Mexico. So let me just jump the gun. So the people, what they said, no, we ain't with this, man. Get rid of the cartels, right? So they build up these barricades. Citizens are responding as their president quickly build massive barricades in anticipation of Saturday's protest. This happened a couple of hours ago, to which it originally appeared to be generally peaceful as they chanted against their alleged narco president. She's being prompted. Their view is that she's getting paid off, that she's just a front person, like Phil Green from the movie Casino. See if there's any more. Okay, and aside from all that, One Piece, blah, 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 blah. And this, by the way, is a war. You got the people coming against the government. Second Ezra's 15, start the 15th verse. They shall not regard their kings and their princes. So they're trying to breach the barricade. That's the palace. So now, let me put this.
Yes, we
on.
can. Yes, we can.
Okay, so now let me go here. Wars and rumors of wars. Let me see if I can find this. Dabu 7. Okay, right here. It's right here. I'm going to let this play. I'm going to slow it down. Let me set it up. Slow it down. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is one hour ago.
Protest in Mexico spiraling out of control. As you can see here, the police saying that this has turned into a riot, and they're saying that thousands of Gen Z demonstrators have stormed the National Palace where the president stays. These are labeled anti-corruption protests. So literally thousands of people, mobs of people frustrated with what's happening through and through with the country. They know that the cartel has a major grip on a large portion, but the corruption on the other side is what got it to this. They don't trust any of the factions, and they're in the streets fighting the police head on. So there's no one that supports them from their viewpoint. And they stormed the presidential palace where the president stays. And we've talked about this, the control set up by the Mossad all around the globe, especially in Mexico. But now the Mexican people, the younger group here, Gen Z, rising to the occasion, doing this, and they see what's about to happen in their country, what's happening and about to happen. Trump has labeled the cartels terrorist groups. They are about to start striking them in a military campaign. This is going to go all the way down to Venezuela and back. One huge region of Central America that's going to become a war zone here at any moment. And when this happens, when strike...
And then I just mentioned in the last video that I played before this one, of course, obviously, that Trump wants to send down troops down to Mexico to fight against civilians.
Start hitting cartel leadership in other areas inside of Mexico. You can bet somewhere along the line some innocent people are going to die And it's just going to cause more chaos. People do not want America drone striking their country, even if it's so-called baddies. Well, who's the baddies? When the cartel controls half the freaking country down there, and then the government doesn't seem to care about the rest of it. I pray for the Mexican people all in all, for all people worldwide to overcome the corruption that's within all the governments everywhere. And in this instance, this may flare up. I actually foresee this getting worse all over the place. As war picks up in the area and the strikes begin, which have not even happened yet, when they begin, you can expect this to go into overdrive. And then blowback's gonna hit America here at some point. So Trump's sitting there quiet. They're about to strike Venezuela any moment. And those strikes are gonna run all the way to our border. Anyone that they label a threat in the middle. So this is the latest. I'll leave a link with more footage, and join me for the live streams where I talk.
What is the second Ezra 15? Okay, 16. Human beings. This is a GNT. It's written a little different from the King James. Human beings won't be able to trust each other as they grow strong against each other. They will pay no respect to their king or to the powerful chief of their great men. Someone will want to go into the city and won't be able. So it's different in the whatchamacallit. Let me do this. I'm not used to this one, but let me go to 9. He answered me, measure carefully within yourself, and when you see this, see that a certain part of the signs that were predicted have passed, and we see that ourselves, then you will understand that the time has come in which the Most High will begin to visit the world that He had made, that He made. When the movement of places, tumult of people. And the King James is a little bit different. Uproars of the people. Tumult of peoples, plotting of nations, inconsistency of leaders, and confusion of princes appear in the world. When you will understand that it was about these things that the Most High spoke from former days, from the beginning. So it's a little bit different than the King James. The second Ezra, chapter 9. Wars and rumors of wars, right? Uproars of the people. Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13. So it's happening all around the world. In the 16th chapter, it said that the men, shortage of men. Let me do that. 16. Let me cheat. Let me see if I put in the word bride. Bride, right here, bridegroom. This is 16. Second Ezra 16:33. The earth will be left desolate, and its fields will be taken over by thorn bushes, and its roads and all its path will sprout thorns. Now I think when I read this, especially in the King James, I think about the movie I Am Legend. The opening scene when he was going down Park Avenue. I know that's Park Avenue because I drove through Park Avenue 1,000,001 times. It said because in Manhattan, it says because sheep won't pass on them, virgins will mourn, having no bridegrooms. Isaiah 13, a man shall be more precious than fine gold. That's talking about an Israelite man. It's talking about an Israelite man. That's the man that's going to be more precious than fine gold. Isaiah 4, verse 1 will take place on this side. 7 women shall take hold of one man. Women will mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters will mourn, having no support. Their grooms will be killed in war, and their husbands will perish from famine. So you see that we were in the time, right? Anyway, shalom, on to the next.